Any politics
Mr. Sanjay Jha, you see, I can also carry on ad nauseum if I want. 1 second. I just want to say one thing. I can also begin and not stop. I request you to hear me out. The question is very simple.
1 point, please.
No, question is very simple. One, the minister, Deputy Minister of State for Home was totally wrong, and in an almost embarrassing way wrong. B, there was no NDA government in 1991, and there was a Chandrasekhar government which was supported from outside by the Congress party, and therefore, if RPN Singh says that that government did not give Rajiv Gandhi the security of a sub-inspector level and he lost his life, then I don't think there is any more open way in which you can politicize the issue. Now, these are the kind of comments that are avoidable. Don't you think avoidable comments, especially before in the kind of environment that we live in?
Mr. Sanjay Jha has taken the better of him.
Have you read the last line? Arnab, have you read the last line of what the BJP Parliamentary Board has mentioned? Let me tell you, in the last line of the BJP Parliamentary Board, I think that is a tragic line. I think Mr. RPN Singh is perhaps been provoked to make that because of what is written. It writes that I hope the government will not allow political and collateral considerations to come in. Now, this is the way the BJP's paradigm of this mindset is.
Yeah,
who's politicized the issue? It's passed by the BJP Parliament.
Let Meenakshi is countering you. I'm allowing Meenakshi to counter you, please. Yeah, but 1 sec, Sanjay, I got your point. Meenakshi is now countering you.
2 points.
Sure.
2 points. 2 points.
Sure.
One of their leaders from Uttarakhand made a statement that Modi ji ka to tarpan ho chuka hai. That was one.
No, who?
Second point.
Who?
Rahul Gandhi made a statement. What is the name? Not Mr. Vijay Bahuguna, the other gentleman who was a CM candidate but didn't become a CM. I'm not getting the name. Used to be a minister, is a minister, water resources or something.
Harish Rawat, is it? I don't know. I don't know.
Harish Rawat.
Okay.
Harish Rawat made this statement.
Okay.
Harish Rawat made this statement.
I don't know.
Then we have Mr. Rahul Gandhi making a statement कि मैं भी मर सकता हूँ, मेरा भी मौत हो सकती है. But in this case, this has specifically happened. UP government has released the information that likelihood of rocket launches being used. That is the UP government making a statement. Now, if you don't find any of this high risk, why are you taking that risk? I have a business to ask you that.
Lekhi ji.
Number two, when NDA government was
आप किस सरकार से सुरक्षा की बात कर रही हैं? जिनके पास एक आतंकवादी पकड़ा गया वो भी निकल के भाग गया. इनकी सुरक्षा पर क्या भरोसा कर रही है?
अच्छा, एक मिनट, लेट कंप्लीट.
तो खुद के युवराज सुरक्षित नहीं है, वही कह रहे हैं मेरे साथ कुछ हो सकता है.
लेट कंप्लीट. यस प्लीज.
और इस देश के अंदर इतने तमाम दंगे हुए हैं जिसके लिए कांग्रेस रिस्पांसिबल है. जब ये 2002 याद करते तो याद करें कि 84 के लिए ये जिम्मेवार हैं. पाकिस्तान में खालिस्तान की प्रॉब्लम के लिए इंदिरा गांधी जिम्मेवार थी.
This is a complete digression from the topic.
में प्रॉब्लम के लिए राहुल गांधी का
I can then accuse you of state-sponsored terrorism in Gujarat. No, then you need to ask yourself why does anybody need that much of security?
They want to fix the agenda themselves.
If a man or a person requires security, who is a high-profile individual, should be given that
something else, talking about the West
security cover.
and turning to the east.
1 second.
This is ridiculous for this country.
Sabir Ali, I have a question for Meenakshi.
मैं तो सिर्फ ये जानना चाहता हूँ कि भाजपा के मित्र इन पे इतना भरोसा क्यों कर रहे हैं? इनके तो खुद के युवराज सुरक्षित नहीं है. इनको तो एक आतंकवादी पकड़ा गया, वो छुटके भाग गया. और आपकी पूरी बहस में केवल नेता ही सुरक्षा के केंद्र में है क्या? आम आदमी किससे कहने जाएगा अपनी सुरक्षा के लिए?
The question is the question is
Arnab, the simple reason why should be given that security because no other leader
इस देश में लगातार खालिस्तान से लेकर तमाम टेररिस्ट को बढ़ने दिया. इंडियन मुजाहिदीन किसकी पनाह पर है?
Meenakshi Lekhi, can I just 1 second? Can I please just
हाउस के बारे में किसने विशेष किया?
एक मिनट. दो सवाल है प्लीज. I have 2 questions. पहला सवाल तो मेरा ये है. This question goes to the BJP that the security for Advani in 2002 was upgraded following security threats, right? And he was Deputy Prime Minister in 2002, Meenakshi Lekhi, right? And even after they increased his level of security, when he was Deputy Prime Minister, they did not, Meenakshi, upgrade it to SPG level. They could have tried to amend the SPG Act. You understand? Even for the enhanced security threat to L.K. Advani when he was Deputy Prime Minister, they did not upgrade it to SPG level. So does that defeat your argument? That's question number one, and that question is to you.
No, it does not. It strengthens. It strengthens my argument. It is the threat perception and the level of perception is what exactly is determinative, and the DIB has to be made directly responsible for that. Because if at that time, in spite of this fact that a Deputy Prime Minister under threat is not included in SPG, but the government thought it proper to give that cover to the Nehru family. You have to give me credit for that, because we knew whether something happens or not, but even if there is a smallest attempt, it will go to discredit my government. And why is this government taking that chance? That is my question.
Why is the government taking the chance, Sanjay Jha? Before you respond, here is, I just picked up the United States Code, the US equivalent of the SPG Act. One second. And there is a lot that one can learn.
Mr. Goswami, just one more word I want to tell.
Briefly.
In case of Mr. Rajiv Gandhi, the Blue Book Protocol, which is a very established protocol, was violated by Mr. Rajiv Gandhi.
Now do you want to go into that debate?
No, this is
Meenakshi,
the most obtuse
do you want to go into that debate?
Well, why don't you, Meenakshi, explain that you were supporting the VP Singh government? Why didn't you insist that the correct security was given to Mr. Rajiv Gandhi?
What are you talking about? There was no VP Singh government then.
It's another distortion.
Mr. Sanjay, you have to get your facts clear. It was the Chandrasekhar government which was supported from outside by the Congress party. Please don't make a complete joke out of yourself out here.
Okay, let's not get personal, please. Let's not get personal.
Anyway, Mr. Rahul Narvekar, please don't distort the argument even.
What are you talking about? Get your facts straight. It was your party supporting Chandrasekhar government. What are you talking about?
One sec, please. Can we just, I know this is, as I began by saying on the Newshour today, this is a delicate subject.
Excuse me.
Sanjay Jha, 1 minute.
1989, it was BP Singh and the BJP.
I think Arnab will put a little.
Mr. Rajiv Gandhi's security. That's what RPN Singh was talking about.
1 minute.
And you should feel responsible for it to a great extent.
1 minute.
That's what RPN Singh said. And Arnab, just one point.
1 minute,
the point
please.
that Meenakshi should explain.
1 minute.
That end of day, the government, until the SPG Act, if it has to be amended, let it be amended. But until such time, the government is doing its best for Mr. Narendra Modi's security. There is no question of anybody.
Mr. Jha, we have to move with the times, okay? And I don't believe that there is any rule in India which says that this is the SPG Act and this is final.
I don't know.
No, 1 minute. And regardless of whether any threat to anyone happens, we'll only provide SPG cover to Prime Ministers, former Prime Ministers and their families. I mean, Narasimha Rao's family does not get SPG cover, by the way. So one question. There is a direct link to the threat assessment, what that proves. Now, the question here is this: in America, what happens? In America, this is the rule, and I was just checking the rule here. It says major presidential and vice presidential candidates and their spouses are 120 days of the general presidential election, they are given that kind of a cover, which means that in the 2012 elections, Republican presidential candidates, not the final candidate, not just Mitt Romney, Newt Gingrich, Rick Santorum, all of them got Secret Service protection very early into the primary season. They were not even the Republican candidate against Barack Obama. Do you understand?
Yeah.
They were only among the three at that point of time. They were all given that security service detail. I mean, in our country, I don't think we can say, can we? Any of us say that, only the deserving get SPG cover, only the deserving get security cover. A lot of undeserving people get security cover. So why extend this debate? End it.
We should be removed.
End this debate. Provide the cover. End it. And if Mayawati tomorrow says, I want security cover because Narendra Modi's got it, then you tell Mayawati that the threat assessment is perhaps different from that of Narendra Modi. That's it. Be frank enough. Don't politicize this issue. This is positively we are getting on to dangerous terrain.
Let me tell you that when Mr. Chidambaram reduced the security for many of the VIPs, I think everybody welcomed it because it had become less of a security and more of a status symbol issue. Now, 1 minute, I'm just answering your question. It's a very good question you have asked, but we need to look at the finer element of it. The reason why security in the Lal Bati thing is being criticized by everybody these days is because we have treated security in a number of ways as a flippant exercise. Now, there are serious issues of security.
The threat perception of a bureaucrat or an MLA is not the same. You will agree.
Now, my only response to that is that this has to be done in a very intelligent, in a very well-considered way. And in the entire discussion today, Arnab, why are we assuming that the Home Minister is not speaking with gravity and, complete
because the Home Minister has made up his mind.
When Arnab Singh as the Minister of State for Home says that security is appropriate, we need to trust and believe him.
4 minutes, 3 minutes into the debate, Meenakshi Lekhi is coming back. I'm allowing counters, open counters at this point in time. Sanjay, you'll have to let everybody in. First, Meenakshi Lekhi.
अर्नब इनको बताइए होम मिनिस्टर तो म्यूजिक लॉन्च में चले जाएंगे.
Meenakshi, one at a time. First, Meenakshi Lekhi. Very quickly. Meenakshi Lekhi pehle.
The perception of threat is more important.
Sanjay, let Meenakshi speak. Sanjay, let Meenakshi speak. She's countering you. We have 3 minutes left.
MOS RPN Singh made the statement today. Factually incorrect. So I don't trust these people. I think the correct statement needs to come from DIB, and DIB has repeatedly made assessment about threats to Mr. Modi. Now, if the government is choosing to ignore those facts, is the government taking the responsibility or not? That's my question.
Let the director BJP says. BJP on Newshour tonight says.
We have given him adequate responsibility, and he is protected. If anything goes wrong, I am responsible.
2 minutes left. 2 minutes left. First, Kumar Vishwas. Then I'll come to you, Rahul. 2 minutes left. Kumar Vishwas. Should the Director Intelligence Bureau and should the government make a public statement on the level of threat Mr. Modi faces?
सारी सुरक्षा व्यवस्था, इन सारी लाल बत्तियों को खत्म करना पड़ेगा. तभी इन्हें आतंकवाद की आंच महसूस होगी.
You're going on a different track.
परसेप्शन है तो ये सरकार की जिम्मेदारी है. संजय झा कह रहे हैं कि हम जो है सुशील कुमार शिंदे पर भरोसा करें. उन पर कहां से भरोसा करें? वो तो म्यूजिक लॉन्च में चले जाएंगे. तो देश के बड़े नेताओं की सुरक्षा या देश के महत्वपूर्ण लोगों की सुरक्षा की जिम्मेदारी सरकार की होती है, और ये सरकार फेल है इस काम में. लेकिन एक
राहुल नार्वेकर,
धीमे-धीमे सिक्योरिटी को, इन लाल बत्तियों को कम करना पड़ेगा ताकि जनप्रतिनिधियों को पता चल सके कि आम आदमी कितना परेशान है.
1 minute. Rahul Narvekar, 1.5 minutes into the debate. Sanjay Chao, everybody must have their say.
Arnab, I am of the firm belief that time has come that we start providing security on the basis of threat perception and not on political status of an individual. And I think the Congress party needs to look at the spirit of the law rather than the letter of the law. And every law is guided by the object before legislating it, before making it a law. And the object of the act then was to provide security to the people who needed it most. And at that point of time, the Prime Minister and their families were considered to be the most easy target for people, for terrorists, for other antisocial elements. And therefore, time has come when we move forward and make laws which are acceptable at that point of time.
Simple point here, knowing
only one simple sentence. Narendra Modi has emerged as the most polarizing figure in this country today. And most polarizing person in the country today, if he is threatened and anything even perceived to be happening, can cause tremendous bad situation across the country. And that kind of situation, that bad kind of situation cannot be controlled by police or army. Therefore, looking at the threat perception that Modi has, it should be given. That's the only point. Because there is no other politician who is as polarizing as Modi, and that polarization is communal.
Mr. Ketkar, right now the question is the threat assessment that he faces. Last question goes to Sabir Ali. And this is a sensitive subject. I think the Home Minister should look at it. The Gujarat DGP blamed the Bihar police after what happened at the rally. If you had SPG cover, then the SPG takes over. It is responsible. You will not have situations tomorrow where any slip-up will become a matter of a political conflict or a conflict between police departments of two states. The way to avoid it is provide the security cover.
Basically, there is, in this there is two points. Now, number one, there is a protection required by the entire country of all Aadmi, all citizen of the country. We have a biggest threat of that. In spite of that, we have to go further ahead. The politicians, and we can say today, the BJP is the Bayan Bahadur. Undoubtedly, we can say that they know how to make a political issues without issue.
Okay. Now I won't get into another round of the political debate on this one.
I'm sure you didn't believe the same before 2012.
Well, you know, this is a serious subject. I don't want to make it only political slagging. We have different points of view. We articulated it. We'll follow it up with the Intelligence Bureau sources and also with the Ministry of Home Affairs, see where this goes. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me on debate number 1 on the Newshour tonight. Thank you.